The old house stood on a forgotten lane, its timbers groaning like dying breaths in the perpetual twilight. I was 13, a bundle of nerves and overactive imagination, when my parents rented it for a summer. The landlord, Silas, was a peculiar sort. Gaunt, with eyes that seemed too large for his skull, he had a way of appearing without making a sound. One sweltering afternoon, I was exploring the dusty attic, a place I'd been warned to avoid. Cobwebs draped like macabre decorations, and the air was thick with the scent of decay and something metallic and sharp. In a far corner beneath a tattered sheet, I found an old, ornate music box. Hesitantly, I lifted the lid. Instead of a delicate melody, a discordant, scraping sound filled the silence. It wasn't music. It was a tortured shriek, like nails on a chalkboard, amplified 1,000 times. My ears throbbed, and a wave of nausea washed over me. The air grew impossibly cold, and the shadows in the attic seemed to deepen, coalescing into indistinct shapes. I slammed the lid shut, my heart hammering against my ribs. When I stumbled back downstairs, pale and trembling, my mother asked what was wrong. I tried to explain, but the words caught in my throat. My parents dismissed it as my overactive imagination. But I knew what I had heard, and more importantly, I knew what I had felt. It was a presence, malevolent and ancient, awakened by that horrific sound. The next few days were a blur of unease. Strange noises echoed through the house at night, whispers that seemed to slither from the walls. The scraping sound from the attic, fainter now, but still undeniably there. I began to see things in the periphery of my vision, fleeting glimpses of a tall, hunched figure, gone before I could focus. One evening, as I sat in the living room, the television flickered and died. The house plunged into darkness, and a profound silence descended, broken only by my own ragged breathing. Then I heard it. The scraping sound, closer this time, originating from the hallway just outside the room. It was accompanied by a low, guttural growl, a sound that vibrated in my bones. Panic seized me. I scrambled for the door, fumbling with the lock. As I finally wrenched it open, a gust of icy air hit me, carrying with it the stench of damp earth and something profoundly wrong. Standing in the hallway, bathed in the faint moonlight, was Silas. But it wasn't Silas. His eyes glowed with an unholy light, and his limbs seemed to stretch and contort at impossible angles. His mouth, a gaping maw, contorted into a smile that revealed rows of needle-sharp teeth. The scraping sound emanated from his throat. He lunged. I don't remember running, only the desperate need to escape. I burst out of the front door and into the night, not daring to look back. I ran until my lungs burned, until the faint outline of our old neighborhood was visible. I never returned to that house. The renovations on our own home were completed shortly after, and we moved back. But the memory of that music box and the thing it awakened remains etched in my mind. Sometimes, in the dead of night, when the world is silent, I think I can still hear that scraping sound. a chilling reminder of the darkness that can be unleashed by a single, terrible note. Hello there, dwellers of the dark. This is Aqeela, and you've just ventured into the Aqeela files. Did you think you escaped the scraping? It never truly stops, does it? You can't unhear what you've heard. Subscribe if you dare, and let the shadows whisper your name.